Hello, fellow Earthlings. This is Earthling 6455463728. And I saw that Justin Bieber was in a Twitter video where he was saying that he just wanted to protect Billie Eilish and that he wouldn't want anyone to go through the things that he's gone through. And I think it's commendable given our current state of civilization and society. It's commendable that he would want to protect someone, I presume, younger than him. Yeah. Even though it does seem like it was yesterday that he was 18, he might not be much older than that. Anyway, I thought that it was interesting, but at the same time, it had me thinking of something that I often think of. I'm not necessarily a proponent of, no, I'm not. I was going to say men's rights, but that might start you off on a whole thing. I don't even know if I know exactly what that's about. But what I'm saying is, Justin Bieber probably went through some bad times, I think, and much worse times than I presume Billie Eilish would ever end up having to go through, because he's a guy. Across the board, we as guys really have to go through a lot of pain in life, and we have to go it alone a lot of the time because society thinks that we can handle it. And as a matter of fact, society, we all are afraid of men. Across the board, we're more afraid of men than women. We don't fear women at all. If it's late at night and you see a woman behind you, you don't have any problem with that. If you see a guy behind you, even if it's a short guy, you might have a choice, a tall woman or a short guy, and you still might be concerned if it's a short guy. You might think, oh, I can beat him up, but yeah. And by and large, society tells us that since men are so dangerous, they are not really anyone to be concerned about. If you see somebody walking at the side of the road and it's late, and it's a guy, we're scared that if we try to help him that, he might do something to us. And we also think that, yeah, he's okay. If it's a woman, an old woman, a young woman, whoever it is, anybody beyond the teens we're thinking of, we just think, yeah, we need to help them. And I wonder if we don't pay for that. I mean, I just said anybody beyond their teens, but even a toddler that falls, we have a different way of dealing with a male or female toddler. And I wonder if we don't pay for that. Because if a guy's main permitted or expected outbursts can't be tears. And I mean, yes, Justin Bieber did display some tears, and it's good that, we live at a time where that's okay and he's not gonna be mocked for it, like openly. But at the same time, what if guys were treated more caringly across the board and women were treated to be a little bit stronger across the board? Or what if men became the child rearers, the caretakers of kids, and women completely did not have any responsibility to do that anymore? How would the world look? I mean, maybe it is that we force guys into a lot of bad situations. Maybe it is society that makes men dangerous and makes them uncaring and makes them all of the things that we fear. Maybe it isn't men are instinctively more aggressive and more assertive and all of these other things. maybe, and it's not even a maybe, human beings don't run on instincts. We take up to a year just to stand. We might take up to 2 years, or I think to stand and maybe to start saying a couple of words is 1 year. To speak in a decent level might take 2 years. I mean, we keep interspersing instinct into conversations where humans should not have any instincts. We don't expect them to have any instincts. We have no natural born ideas or ways of being, I would think. We might be more sensitive to pain, and that might be interpreted as being more aggressive. But I just think, what if all the guys, the men who are in jail, are there because that's what society put on them? What if the women who aren't in jail aren't there because they were treated nicely by the world? I mean, there's something to be said that for making, maybe that's the equality that we want. Maybe if, and I don't see how it could happen, but like I said, if somehow a lot of the child rearing could be placed on men, maybe that would open people's eyes. Well, it wouldn't even have to open anybody's eyes. Women would not feel the need to take time from their careers to rear their kids, and they would have more opportunities to be the leaders of different companies, countries, organizations. They would be more assertive. If we didn't train women that their looks mattered so much, maybe if they were just one of the guys, and that, I often say that might be a separate video, but maybe if women just did not feel that they needed to be both, or the women that do, assertive, and yet they feel bad that the guys treat them like one of the guys. Sometimes that comes up in certain spheres where women are like, oh, you don't even see me as a woman. Well, under certain circumstances, you don't want to be seen as a woman. If you are the leader of an organization or something, you don't want to be seen as a woman. You want to be seen as the leader. So I was just thinking that maybe Justin, and it seems weird to say it, maybe he should protect some other guy, because Billie Eilish has pretty much the support structure that she needs. She has her brother, who probably was going to see, a lot more direct hostility in his life than she would, no matter how famous she gets. She has a mother, she has a father, she has, even though she dresses in a unique way, I think a lot of people still see her as a woman and would treat her in that way. Yes, as a celebrity, there's going to be occasions where people are rude and so on, but I don't know that she's ever going to have to fear for her physical well-being as a woman. Because anybody who's, well, that said, if she gets into some kind of a domestic violence situation, but as a guy, you have to look out for people who are trying to swing for you. And as a woman, I really want to see if there are women out there who look out for people trying to swing at them. That's not an everyday occurrence for a guy, of course, but it's something that guys are aware of, that a fight might break out and someone might try to affect you that you don't know, might try to get at you physically. And that's something that women never have to be concerned about. So they don't have to think about, like, in certain situations, having a peace, or having protection. I mean, some women do in female gangs, but they don't have that many female gangs. And, it all comes down to, I wonder if this is another tack that could be taken. They are the comfort women from World War II that were taken as, there's no want of a better word, as sex slaves for Japanese soldiers in World War II from China and from Korea. And the idea was that by having access to sex, these Japanese soldiers would be easier to control. And it's not unfounded. If you have a society where, for whatever reason, there's a larger number of men than women, or men are able to go out wherever they please and women can't, this society might be a little bit more violent. Because I don't know that you see, mixed crowds going around destroying things. Having women in the mix tends to reduce the danger. If society could just achieve that same kind of thing without the need for having women physically present, just dial down what we subject men to, and maybe dial up some assertiveness and confidence in women. I don't know if this can be done, and I don't know why someone might be trying to do it. For me, I just think it's a good idea because, one, if you have a lot of crime and there's a lot of things going on in a society, by dialing up the care that we take of men and the concern, and men can hug each other without coming across as gay, and they can feel that they can have somebody listen to them and not feel that person will mock them because they're gay or anything like that, wouldn't life probably be better? Wouldn't that maybe even reduce whatever domestic violence there is out there? Because men wouldn't feel like they can't cry, so they have to hit and shout. Maybe it would be good for men to learn how to cry, and it would be okay for them to cry rather than to hit or to throw things or anything like that. Maybe it'd be better for everybody if men just had more access to love and affection and intimacy, and were able, as a result, to put more energy into that than into self-destructive things. Now, it's probably not going to happen, but I would like to see that experiment play out somehow. Anyway, guys, wish me lucks. You can like or unlike, comment about why, subscribe and or share. Appreciate it. Peace.